The swearing-in ceremony of new executive officer and investiture of grand patrons of Ife Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ifecc, held at the Palace of Honor of Ife in Ile-Ife with pomps and pageantry. The occasion witnessed the presence of dignitaries, politicians and captains of industry. The chairman of the occasion, Chief John Odeyemi, commended the past executives for the upliftment of Ifecc to greater heights. He further solicits support for Ifecc and urged the new executives to extend their membership to businessmen and women in Ile-Ife.
I'm happy to be here and like I say, I'm attending the Chamber of Commerce functional in Ile-Ife for the first time. Because I believe the people in charge now are very serious and committed people. And I believe Ife needs to reorganize trade, investment, business in all directions. We are well situated. Ife is very northern to the Balkan states. Ife is their home. So Ife is central to businesses, to education, to agriculture, and several other things. And all we need was organization. But we are not taking that seriously. But now, this city is doing what a lot of us have been canvassing for about 30 years. But although I'm not part of the question, I have had leadership at the apex of the journey. And I was ashamed that Ife did not become. But now Ife has taken up, we should all support all of us together so that we can take our rightful position as a leading business.
The immediate past president of Ifecc, Dr. Bolade Famorio, highlighted the achievement of outgone executives and advised the new executive officers to surpass them.
Well, I think the incoming executive should do better than what we have done. We started from the scratch. We have nobody to copy, and therefore there could be mistakes here and there. But as a new executive, you already be under tutelage for about 4 or 5 years, meaning you should do it better. And that's what we are expecting from them. Ifecc members must determine what type of business they are interested in. They should develop those businesses and let things work the way it should work. Yeah, the government should recognize that entrepreneurs are the pillars of the country, and therefore they should give all the necessary things that should be available. We are not asking for too much. But there must be electricity, there must be good road, there must be security. All other things we can do ourselves.
The guest speaker at the occasion, the Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Professor Simeon Bamire, ably represented by Professor Victor Adejuwon in his lecture titled Growing the Economy of Ife Land and its Environment, a Collective Responsibilities of Ifes and their Stakeholders, extolled Ifecc for their effort to support business in Ile-Ife and urged them to collaborate with government to boost the economy of Ile-Ife.
The Obafemi Awolowo University is ready to collaborate with Ifecc. By the grace of God, when the center that I have the opportunity to direct presently, the OAU Accessing Bank Center for African Continental Free Trade Area fully comes on board, we are ready to partner with Ifecc such that we will boost value trading, products that have value to be traded across the whole of Africa. I think that we can do to develop value addition in our needs here in Ife is to collaborate for training and resource provision for farmers and entrepreneurs. I want to tell us also that in this regard, we already have an established center in place of Ifecc, which is Institute for Entrepreneurship and Development Studies.
Various speakers at the occasion acknowledged that Ifecc is contributing to the economic growth of Ife land.
Osun Chambers of Commerce is not an entity until we talk about pillars that made it. And one of the pillars that made Osun State Chambers of Commerce is Ifecc. Without city chambers, there is no state chamber. And today, state chamber is doing well because our city chambers are doing well. And then one of things is what we are experiencing today.
Service at home. Support our current president with all the technicalities, with all the connections, so that we can have a very vibrant Ifecc. You have led in many fronts. I can recollect when we started the innovation of job professional training in Nigeria around 2012. That's about 13 years ago. You led the team and it was a successful outing. And what we are discussing now is how our youth will go and do blue collar job in Germany. Now, you know, at DPIC now, they have that legacy migration department that is being led by one of your boys, Dr. Now, the project manager, where our youth that are ready to work can now go to Germany legally, secure a good job, and then hand a very good money.
The past executive has done very well. In fact, they brought Ifecc back to Ife. And they have grown it over a period of about 6 years. And so they have a lot of things to hand over to the incoming one. So kudos to them. And then the incoming one, the advice is that they must have some focused goals. So that in 2 years' time, we will now look back and say they have done well. Everybody has pledged his or her support for them, so they should do well. And the new president, SKD, has been very active, and a lot of people have testified to that. So we are very hopeful that they will take us to new heights.
The newly sworn-in president of Ife Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ifecc, Prince Samuel Kayode Olawale, popularly known as SKD, in his address could not hide his joy by expressing his gratitude to members of Ifecc, partners and stakeholders for their support and trust.
We've started, at least I'm optimistic with the new team. We are going to grow the economy of Ife land. We are not going to mind what is going to take us. We are going to collaborate with Ife Development Board and Ife Progressive Union, that is Ife Action Council, the royal fathers in Ife land, all the business guru in business world of Ife, Osun State, Nigeria, and in the diaspora. We are going to make best use of them to make sure we use it to grow Ife economy. We've had a series of meetings, and what we have been asking for is cooperation, and they have assured me that they are going to cooperate with me wholeheartedly.
Ife Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture Limited, Ifecc, is to preserve and maintain environment that fosters commerce, industry, technological innovation, as well as agriculture in Ile-Ife and its environment. From the Palace of Ife, Abdul Fattah Owolabi, NTA News.